Hey mama friends! So today is our first of the brand new weekly Monday mini reset workouts. So we're taking our regular Monday challenge that we've been sharing and we're turning it into a short but sweet follow along workout. I'm gonna go first and Laura will be with you next Monday. You're gonna need a mini band for today's workout. And I have a light one because my kittens love to steal the mini bands and leave them all over the house, but you could probably handle something a little bit heavier if you have a variety of mini bands. I'd go with maybe a medium. Okay, so let's really fire up those glutes and hamstrings and posture muscles. We're gonna start by taking the mini band and just putting it under both feet. You can follow along with me here. If you don't have a mini band, you could do all of this also with dumbbells in your hands. Shoulders down and back, and let's inhale to reach this sitting bones back and hinge. Exhale, drive the hips forward. Inhale, reach the hips back. Now we're keeping the shoulder blades pulled back. So notice the mini band and my hands are really close to my legs as I go into these. So I don't want to be out here and kind of rounding the back. The goal with a hinge or a deadlift is not to get the upper body down, it's to get the hips back. So a nice way to practice this if you have a wall, keep on going, is to inhale, try to tap the bum on the wall. Exhale, come back to your starting position. Inhale, tap the bum on the wall. Exhale, forward. Keep on going with that. I'm going to give you a couple more points on a hinge while we're kind of warming up and getting started here. We inhale to reach back, and as we drive forward, we push the feet down and we just bring the hips back to the starting positions. We don't want to overextend or hyperextend the back, tucking the bum or clutching, squeezing around the tailbone. We just want to reach back nice and open and then drive the feet down to come back to that starting position. Let's do two more together here. Should feel some nice lengthening through those hamstrings. Now we're going to do one more and come down and hold it. And let's do a row while we're down here. So we'll exhale, row towards the low ribs, squeezing the shoulder blades back and away from the ears. For 2, 3, 4, and you can see all of this could definitely be done with dumbbells or with cans from the pantry if that's what you have. The nice thing about a mini band or any resistance band is it gives you a little bit more constant tension. It doesn't have the same momentum that a dumbbell can. So it's got, you have to focus a little bit harder. We are gonna do 6, 5, 4, 3, keep those toes down, strong feet. One more time, hold it up, drive the hips forward. Let's do that again. Come down to hinge, row, hold it there, drive the hips forward, bring the arms down. Inhale into hinge, exhale, row, inhale, drive the hips forward, bring the arms down. Inhale, hinge, row, drive the hips forward, then bring the arms down. Inhale, hinge, row, drive the hips forward. Let's do a few more together like that. Hinge, row, pushing the feet into the ground to come forward out of that hinge. Last 3, row, drive the hips forward, bring the arms down. Inhale, hinge, coming forward, and one more time. Hinge, row, drive forward, bring the arms down. Let's take the band up into your hands. We're gonna free up those posture muscles even more. Bringing the band overhead. Could you take your left leg, step it back into a lunge position? We're just gonna tuck the sitting bones under us a little bit. So bring your pubic bone forward and tuck your bum under just a little bit. Now we're getting a little bit of stretching through the front of this left hip. Arms up, and here we're gonna exhale, pull down with that left arm in a lat pull. So I'm squeezing my shoulder blades down and away from my ears. Might notice a pattern when we're talking about working on posture and alignment, the back body. Most of the time we want to think about drawing those shoulder blades down and in when we're rowing and pulling. Let's think a little bit lower in those legs for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then bring it down, come all the way down to kneeling on this side. Now, with that right leg still forward, you can take this, put it under the front foot. Roll the shoulders down and back. We're going to exhale, press up to the top of the split position or lunge position, so my back heel is lifted. Use a second exhale. Don't worry if you tip a little bit, you can tap your foot down to come into a single leg hinge. Inhale, step back, come all the way down. Let's do that again. Exhale up, exhale again, tilt, nice flat back, back leg is long, down and down. Up, exhale, tilt, inhale, down and down. Exhale, up, again, exhale. I'm engaging my pelvic floor and my core as I tilt forward. So I'm controlling my balance as much as I can. We're gonna do 4 more together. Exhale up, again, tipping, and then reaching back and down. Last 3, up, exhale, tip, I lost my balance there, and back, 2 more. Exhale up, exhale, tip, back and down. 1 more time, up, through that front leg, nice and strong, press down into it, lifting into that single hinge, back, and switch the other leg forward. So we're gonna come back to that lat pull first, bringing your left foot forward this time, your right foot back into that lunge, and we're going to take the hips, just tuck them under. So I'm pushing my pubic bone forward, and I'm feeling a nice stretch through the front of that right hip this time. Arms overhead, sink into it as much as you can handle. Get more of a stretch through that hip if you sink a little bit lower. Exhale, pull. Same arm down, 2, and up, 3, and up, 4. Now can you think about making a nice double chin, pulling your ears back so that you're not sticking your head out. We want those ears stacked right over top of the shoulders. That's really gonna help us work that mid-back. So a little bit lower until we got 2, last 1, and come all the way down. All right, we're gonna finish it up, putting the band under the left leg this time, coming up to that half kneel first, or that lunge first, sorry. Starting in half kneel, this is called half kneel. Exhale, drive up through the front leg. It should not lock back, okay? Stays partly bent. Exhale again, tipping into your hinge, and then back and all the way down. Let's do that again. Up, tip, back leg goes long, down and down. I don't recommend looking back and forth like this. Try to find your focal point, maybe just ahead on the floor in front of you, and down and down. We've got 5 more moments and we're done. Up, tip, down and down. If you're really feeling those butt and glute muscles on that supporting leg, they're working super hard to press you up here and then to hold you up as you tip into that hinge. We've got 2 more. Up, exhale again, engage, hinge. 1 more time. There's always one leg that you're better at hinging on, and that's okay. Balance as best you can. Hinge, woo, and done. All right, we could finish that up with just a nice forward fold. Let's take the feet wide. Roll your weight down. Let the head be heavy. Crawl your hands over to one foot. Hold there for a breath or 2. Let's bend that knee. On your left side, bring your right hand down, opposite hand down, and same arm to the sky in a little twist. Beautiful, come back to center. Take a breath here, let your head be heavy. Your knees can be slightly bent, they don't need to be totally straight. You wanna think about having the sitting bones, the vagina, everything reaching back behind you. And that would be more important than having straight legs. So a little bend is helpful. Coming over to the right side now. Just taking a couple of breaths. You can keep the legs straight if that feels okay. And then bending that knee, bringing this time the right arm up. A couple of nice deep breaths into the ribs there. back to center. Let the head be heavy for one more breath. We can walk the feet in so not quite as wide. Soften up the knees and then roll up nice and slow. Woo! Well done, mamas. If you want, go back to the beginning and do a second or even a third round.